This strategy has helped me and my clients in ad tech and SaaS business to generate over 1 CR in last 9 months. Hey everyone, my name is Sachin Diya. I'm the founder of Diya Consulting and we call it DC, where we work with ad tech and SaaS firms to grow their sales. Now, in this short video, I will share with you one of the strategies that we and our clients are following in order to grow their sales. Before that, if you have not subscribed to this YouTube channel, kindly go ahead and subscribe. Click on the bell icon so that you get the notification whenever I upload these videos. So let's jump into it. Now, firstly, let me just share with you what exactly this strategy is all about. So this is what we call is 3P strategy in sales. Now, what exactly is that? Now, 3Ps basically defines your how to conduct your sales call, starting from understanding the needs of your customer, asking the right questions, then pitching your product, and then comes to the revealing the pricing part of it. Now, this basically follows a sales psychology. This person, or whenever people make buying decisions, they first want to make sure that they trust the other person. So what I mean by that is जो सेल्स पीपल हैं उनको पहले ट्रस्ट शो करना पड़ता है, उनको अपनी अथॉरिटी शो करनी पड़ती है, and how we do that by asking the right questions, right? So let's jump into it. Let me share my screen with you and share with you what this strategy is all about and how you can also implement this 3P strategy into your business, whether you are into ad tech, SaaS, or in any kind of coaching as well. You can implement that, and I'm sure this will work for you. So let's jump into this. So this is what we call a 3P sales strategy, which basically involves high ticket value, high ticket sales, or high value based selling. Now, whether you're selling a product of 5,000, 10,000, 1 lakh, 5 lakh, 10 lakh, 20 lakh, 30 lakh, 50 lakh, or whatever lakh, right? So it's going to work for you as well. Now, usually I don't share this because that's what we teach inside our DC sales mastermind or DC sales lords program, where we handhold you properly to implement every step of it. But here I'm just giving you an overview of what exactly we do inside our sales mentorship, right? So let's jump into this. Now, what is exactly is 3P? As I mentioned to you, first P is probing. Now, what exactly that is? The first, whenever you get into any sales call, what I found out is a lot of salespeople do this mistake. They start talking about themselves, they start talking about their product, how that is a how their product is the best product in the industry, and how that can really help the prospect, that the person on the other side, whether it's on a phone call or whether they are on a Zoom call or a Google Meet or in person as well. We love to talk a lot about us, about our company, just trying to woo them that hey, our company is the best, our product is the best. But that's not the right strategy to go about things. This is a thumb rule in sales. You should speak less, as much less as possible, and listen more. And by how you can do that, by asking the right questions, right? So one of the most important aspect of any sales that happen, whether be it any industry, not only to attack and SaaS, be it any industry, first is probing. Ask right, direct, specific, and short questions to your prospect. Okay, now that's an art that people need to master, right? So a lot of people don't do that because they, as I mentioned, they directly jump into talking a lot about their product, and then they get all the objection at the end of the call, like hey, okay, let me think over it. Hey, let me, you send me this brochure, or send me this material, send me the info that you just shared. I will go through it, I will get back to you, I will check with that, I will check with that, all that stuff, right? I'm sure if you're into sales or into business, you understand that. But if you ask right questions, you always have a more chances to first understanding the need of your prospect, right? Understanding what exactly they are looking for. Now, sales is a qualification process where you have to qualify a lead, whether they are the right fit for you or not. In case they are not, tell them in upfront, hey, let me save you the time. This is what we do exactly. And as I understand from your current situation, we might not be the right people to help you out in this whatever you are facing right now. Although, let me check in my connection who can assist you with. I do this a lot in my calls as well. Now, that not happen in sales call, but in a discovery call, a separate 2 minute chat or a phone call that me or my team do, where we just have a chat with our leads that we're getting, hey, whether they're qualified or not. So first you need to understand what exactly they are doing, what are the problems they're facing, have they tried something in the past or not. Okay, so make sure you build that meaningful connection by asking the right questions, right? When you ask right questions, it shows that you are a trustworthy authority in that particular domain, and it also shows that you are an expert. because a lot of salespeople do not ask questions because nobody has told them. If people have told them, they ask the same rubbish questions. Hey, what you have done, what you do, what's the challenge you are facing, that's it. Only surface level questions. But in DC we share with you how you can probe deeper to understand their emotional regions as well. Okay, because if you're going to ask surface level questions, it's just a consultative based selling, and that's not what we teach. And when you ask surface level question, people give you surface level answers, right? So open-ended questions, you should ask open-ended question. Ask your prospect to share more freely by building that rapport at the start of the call. Secondly, active listening. You have to listen very actively what they're saying, what terminology or the words they're using, what they're repeating again and again, the words, the terminologies, the phrases. You should catch them whenever you are listening to the answers of your prospect. Then you should of course ask clarification, some deeper understanding questions, like if you have any question like, hey, let's suppose if you are selling something, a coaching program to somebody, or you are selling some SaaS product. Hey, what exactly, why do you think this product that you are using will not help you further? Or what is that one specific thing that you would like to improve in your current product or the vendor that you're working with? So what can be that one specific thing? Now that again will make them think, and that can be a lever for you to get into inside their mind in terms of this is that one thing they want to improve on, and see how your product can really help them to improve on that, right? So that's how you ask clarification questions, right? So this is about probing. Like 60 to 70% of your entire sales call should go into probing part, where you deeply understand their needs, what they have done in the past, why that's a challenge, how long have been they are facing those challenge, what will happen if they don't solve those challenges, have they tried something, what is stopping them to solve those challenges? Because if they are already aware of their challenges, they should have solved them right by now. But if they haven't, so what's the real challenge? Like why they have not able to solve, what are the goals, right? So all these comes under the probing part. 60 to 70% of the sales call go into probing. Hope this is clear. If you have any questions related to this probing part, leave that in the comment section. I'll be more than happy to answer your question. Okay, I will personally go and check every comment and reply back. Pitching the benefits. Now that's come the second P. Okay. Now what exactly is pitching the benefits? Now here, once you understand the need of a prospect, what exactly they are looking for, and if they are qualified lead, that means that you are the right people for them to work with, or if you can help with your product and services uh, to solve that challenge, then you go into a pitching mode, right? Now pitch should be a very, you need to be very careful, right? How? So there will be a subtle switch when you done with your probing part, when you understand all those theories, all aspect of your prospect, what they have done, the challenges and all that stuff. Then in a subtle way you should go into pitching it, right? When how to pitch it, again you should tell them that, hey, thanks so much, I get a lot of clarity from whatever all you have shared. Now based on what you have shared, what we do might can really help you to solve this challenge. So are you open, or is it okay with you if if I share about our process, about our product? That's what we call tie down, that they should be with us. Do not go and directly jump into a start pitching about your product. Okay, so make sure you take their permission, you by asking a question. We call it tie downs. So based on what you really shared and the challenge that you're facing, what we do might really help you out. So is it fine with you if I share with you the process, or is it fine with you how we can assist you to overcome this challenge? Of course, 9 out of 10 time the person will say, or in fact 10 out of 10 time the person will say, oh yeah, sure, please go ahead. And then you go into sharing your thing. So now there are a few tips that I would like to give. Customize. Absolutely, you have to customize it. Tailor your pitch to address the specific pain points you have uncovered during the probing part. That's absolutely bang on. You, as I mentioned, you have to pick the right words that your customer were using or your prospect were using while telling their pain points, their solving story, what's stopping them. So you need to make sure that you include all those words during your pitch. So every call that you're going to make needs some kind of customization according to the need of that particular prospect. Although it may be in the same industry, they may be following the same challenges, but still you need to customize it. Cool. That means never over explain your product, your basically your services. So make sure how step one, what should do the step one to able to solve that small problem. how the next step is connected with step one, and we will be able to solve that problem, the next level of problem, and how the step number three will be able to solve that next level of problem. And ultimately the point, the prospect will move from point A to point B, whether they are into their business, or whether your product is solving some kind of relationship challenges, some kind of health challenges, some kind of career transformation they are bringing. So you should be able to focus on more on the benefits part of it rather than features of it. And just tell them the simplified, very very simple steps. Step one, we're going to do this with you so that you will be able to start doing this. And once that is done, we will move to step number two, where this product will really help you to cut down the cost of your entire hiring process and blah 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 if you're into SaaS. And that's how you move into it. I hope you got the point. Then of course, if you have some visual aids, I would not recommend even to go into a visual aid, to be honest. But still, if you are a person who have some kind of love giving presentations, add more visuals to it. Again, there should be more focus on the benefits part of it rather than talking about features about your product, how the outcome will come. And then passion and confidence, that of course you should have an enthusiasm, you should show that kind of you know what do you call energy while talking about your product. So that's p number two, that is pitching. And last is the most important, and that is third p, and that is pricing. Now, one of the most biggest mistake what people do is they talk about, whenever a prospect asks, "Hey, what's your price?" They start talking about the price at that time. But always a right sales call should be focused on the value based and result oriented rather than a price based. Because if a price is shared early without talking about the value, what will happen is you will gonna get a objection at the end of the call. Okay, so it should be a value based discussion. You should talk about, again, probing is the most important part. If you failed in the probing part, you will again definitely gonna get the objection of the after you share the price. Now p is very simple, pricing. This is the number one rule, number one thing that I want you to take out of from this entire video is that do not over explain your prices. One of the biggest challenge, or one of the biggest mistakes people do, specifically if you're a high ticket or a high value based selling, if you're into any kind of SaaS or ad tag, people start over explaining why they are charging high, right? Let's suppose your product is 5 lakh, and then you start telling them, hey, because of this we do this, as we do that, we do blah 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 and all that stuff. You don't have to over explain. If you have done probing correctly, if you have pitched correctly, most of the time you will not get this objection of, hey, your price is too high. But still, if you get, then there is a different playbook that we share inside our TL, in our DC mastermind, which again, if you want to explore, you can hop on a call with me. I'll be more than happy to understand where you are at, and definitely will, guide you how we can assist you. So make sure that you never over explain it. Secondly, keep the transparency and flexibility. That means payment terms, if are there, if they ask, then only share. Like, talk about the product or service, then share the pricing as well, in a subtle way. Now, transition should happen in a subtle way. You should not directly jump into sharing after pitching the product, directly jump into pricing. No, it should happen in a subtle way, again using a tie down. That means, hey Sachin, this is about our process. You tell me now, where should I go from here, or where should we go from here? And then say, okay, tell me the price, and then you talk about it, right? So keep it transparent, cost benefit, talk about the ROI, return on investment, and that's its pricing part. So I hope you find this video very very useful. As I mentioned, we do not often share these things openly, because that's what we do inside our sales mastermind, and I'm sure my teammates will hate me for this. But still, I thought I was just sharing with you. I'm sure this will be really helpful for you. So implement this and do let me know the results that you're going to get. Again, summarizing everything, first P is probing, 60 to 70% of your call going to this. Second P is about pitching. Again, no, not over explain anything. Talk about steps that you're going to take in order to help your prospect move from point A to point B. And approximately 20% of the time of your sales call go into pitching, and rest 10% of the time should go into pricing part, where you just share the price, and that's it, and talk about the, again, ROI stuff and flexibility if you in terms of payments. So that's how, if you're going to implement this process, you will be able to reduce the objections of your sales call approximately about 50 to 60%, and you will see that your conversion rate will gonna improve drastically over a period of time. So do try this and do let me know. Again, if you have not subscribed to this YouTube channel, go and subscribe. I will keep on posting some valuable content throughout the week on this channel. And yeah, if you have any questions, drop them in the comment section. If you want to have a one-to-one call booked with me or with my team, go ahead and click on the link in the description, where you can schedule a one-to-one call with us, and we can see how possibly we can help you. Thank you so much for listening. Take care. Bye bye.